Hey guys, it's Murgen ROoF, and today I'm going to be doing a playthrough of Durandal Done Different, and that is a collaborative project um, which was made for the game Marathon 2, um, I was a contributor to that project. It's a 28 map project, but I contributed 2 of those maps, but I'm going to play through all 28, and I'm going to play on the hardest difficulty level, Total Carnage. Yeah, but so you might be asking, what is the Marathon series? Well, Marathon is basically the precursor to Halo. So before Bungie made um, Halo series, they made the Marathon series, and actually Halo was originally supposed to be like a sequel to the original Marathon trilogy. Didn't actually happen like that. But the Marathon games were first-person shooters. They came out in the 1990s, and they did a lot of really innovative stuff for the time. Like they had dual-wielding weapons and a motion spotter and a really interesting plot line. A lot of it didn't really it came out about the same time as Doom and Quake, but it didn't really get the same kind of traction because the games originally started out on the Mac operating system, and pretty much everyone at that time was using Windows. So unfortunately, they didn't get quite as much fame as Doom did, but I would say, in my opinion, I think they are even more, the Marathon games are even more entertaining. And so Marathon 1 is basically the aliens attack this colony ship and you're a security officer, you have to defend the colony ship. Marathon 2 is you're taking the fight to the aliens. And then Marathon Infinity is kind of a strange, surreal plot line involving timelines. I'm not going to really get into that. But anyways, so for Durandal Done Different, what they did, what the plan was that it was organized by this guy, Ryoko TK. It's an open to everyone collaborative project. So basically, he advertised it for it on Marathon Discord, and the people signed up for it. And we got 9 different map makers to do the maps, and I was one of the 9. As you can see, I did level 16, level 27, but it's really just really impressive that here in the year 2025, um, that we're still able to make some really great quality products for the marathon games. Um, but Ryoko is kind of famous because he made another major project. He made Marathon Phoenix. If you've never played Marathon Phoenix and you're a Marathon player, that is also another game, third-party map set that you would definitely want to check out. But basically, the rules for Durandal Done Different was that we're going to remake the Marathon 2 campaign in the style of the original maps, but not necessarily the substance. So we're going to try and limit ourselves to the technical limitations that Bungie worked with when they made Marathon 2. Um, but it doesn't have to be like, we're not going to be running it through the old system. So the original map making tool was called Forge and Anvil, but those don't really run on modern systems. So we use the more modern versions of those. Um, so we were able to do some stuff which was probably not was not really like intended in the original game. So like in the original Marathon 2, there were only 4 monster types per level, but we decided, well, we don't really care about that particular limitation too much, but we do care about other things like really long view distances or things like that. But because in the original Forge map making tool, if you had a really long view distance, it would crash Forge. So basically, it's very much a vibes based. Does this feel like Marathon 2 rather than are we nitpicking and being, oh, we have to make sure that every single thing is exactly how things were back in the 1990s. We weren't doing that. So the actual limitations we'll get into in just a minute, but so you can get the entire Marathon trilogy for free. You can get it for free on the internet, and you can also get it for free on Steam. So here we are. We're going to Steam, and if you type in Classic Marathon, you can get the entire trilogy for free. And so you actually, for our purposes, we're going to use Marathon Classic Infinity. So, and the reason why is because it has the workshop. So the other two don't really have that capability. So we're going to download Classic Marathon Infinity. We go to the workshop, and you just click Scenario, and there's all these different scenarios. There's Marathon Phoenix, which I was talking about just a second ago. Another one which just came out, which is really awesome, is Tempest Irae. In fact, you can see a screenshot I took here of Tempest Irae. That just looks freaking awesome. That is just so cool. They did some really great architecture in Tempest Irae. And then yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff here. Hypersleep is one of the mappers for Apotheosis X, which is another highly rated game or map set campaign for Marathon. And so he was a contributor, and Windbreaker 77 or 777, he also did Marathon Astoria, another highly regarded project. So basically all these projects are good, but today we're going to be looking at Durandal Done Different. So you just click on it, you subscribe, and then when you launch Classic Marathon Infinity, it will give you the option of choosing the original game, Durandal Done Different, and here I have Tempest Irae already also loaded in. But we're going to do Durandal Done Different. Okay, so looking at the project guidelines here, so basically these are basically the guidelines that were put down by Ryoko TK, and means no overuse of symmetry, no weird platforming challenges. This is not a parkour game. It's meant to be a celebration of Marathon success, not a condemnation of perceived failures. Maps cannot exceed 500 polygons. This was a huge thing because in the original Marathon 2, most of the maps were around 300 polygons on average. A couple were around 400. And that was actually, for me, and I think for a lot of the other map makers, that was a huge deal because there's a lot of stuff I wanted to do. And in both the maps I made, I ended up with 500 polygons. So I definitely reached the limit of what I could do. And I actually think that was a good idea because it prevented feature creep. It's if we started saying, well, you can make a map and it can have thousands of polygons, then people would make those maps, and before you know it, one thing would become another thing. And this project, which took a year to do, it would take many, many years to do because there are so many projects which started out for Marathon and then they just never they never were completed or they never reached what they were supposed to reach. There's so many unfinished projects related to Marathon. So I do completely agree with Ryoko TK's idea that he's going to prevent feature creep, and this is one way that you do it, is just to say, well, there's a 500 polygon limit, means there's only so much you can put into the map before it's done. You have to have one texture set and one landscape, no long view distances, which we talked about. Yeah, you don't have to emulate Forge, which was the old map making application. And you can't use stuff from Marathon Infinity. So sorry, people from Marathon Infinity who really wanted to have other stuff, you don't get that stuff. You don't get an SMG. It's not a creative writing project, so basically we're using the exact same story with maybe a couple minor changes to terminals because some of the terminals had maps on them. And obviously, if we're creating a new campaign, we're going to have different maps with potentially slightly different objectives on those maps. So submitting maps. We had our own Discord server, as you can see. All right, so now we've looked at what the project is. We're going to go and we're going to play Durandal Done Different on Total Carnage. Really great title screen by Hypersleep. Total Carnage. What do we got? I want to always run. I don't know why this is not set to this should always be set to always run. There's just no reason to walk in this game when people are shooting at you constantly and you have to be avoiding their projectiles. So okay, looks good.
Why don't we wait for that one? All right, follow me! Ah! Ah! Get me out of here.
So those are your allies. Those are the Bobs. And there's the civilians from the first game, and now they've got weapons, so they're helping you out. Basically, where we just got teleported down to this alien planet. This is Jet Black Intrusion, and it's by Ryoko DK, and the original level was called Waterloo Water Park, and it's a pretty wait a minute. We can go for 120. Yes, we can. All right. Okay.
Get me out of here. We're clear.
And so, like I said, the story is the same. We're not changing the story at all. What do we got going on over here? We're just fighting really basic enemies here. These dudes, these fighters, are like the most common enemy, and they're kind of really a joke, not really even really a threat. I say that, and then I immediately take damage. Oh, my aim is horrible. You can also use your fists, and actually, if you just like run and do a running attack like that, you can actually do a lot of damage with your fists. That's a good thing that was some ammo that teleported in, because I was at 0 ammo. You can also see here, this is signposting. You can look at our map here and see, well, there's some ammo over there that just got teleported in. I need to find a way to get over there. Also see there's a switch up there, but we have no way of getting to it. So we need to keep that in mind. Ah. Oh no, this could be really bad. Ouch. Yep, that hurt. So here I was disparaging fighters, and they've already almost killed me. Well, we got ammo. We got more story. And we got... This is just a little ledge, doesn't go anywhere. The thing about the enemies in this game is they're color-coded, so you can pretty much tell. This is a thing Bungie loves to do, is to color-code their enemies. Oh, geez. And so this blue guy is way more dangerous than the other guys. There's some nice lighting going on here. You can see that like there's light is coming from this area and it's pushing out into this other area. There's lots of cool stuff you can do with the lighting. Okay, so more of these dudes. Oh, they're coming from here. See, that's pretty clever. We got this outside area here, and that actually mirrors. There's I should probably stop talking until this stuff. If I could actually. Wow. Okay. Yep, so there's this is architecture which is very similar to the original Waterloo Water Park. So we are definitely, from like a architecture standpoint, there's definitely some derivative architecture going on here, which I think is pretty cool, that you can play a level and then look at the level and say, I can recognize that this is the map this is supposed to be based on. So the mini-map in this game can tell you, you can actually move around in real time in the mini-map. That was pretty cool back in the 1990s. And you can see that the secret that we just saw is very close to here. So if we look at this wall and tab it, it's a secret. And now we can get all this ammo here. We don't actually have a weapon that can fire this ammo yet, but we'll get that weapon. So we're just going back this way. These bobs did not fare very well. Can this guy dead? Save terminal. You cannot save your game without a save terminal. So you actually got to earn the right to save. You can just leap across these ledges. Oh jeez. There's so many dudes. So many. So especially on Total Carnage, probably don't want to just drop down into unfamiliar rooms like that. But, okay, that works. And what I just got down here was I got an uplink chip, which I don't think you actually saw it because there was a huge firefight going on, but it was right here. I grabbed it, And the objective of this level is to get the uplink chip and to bring it to a location so Durandal, who's your ally, can gain access to the enemy computer system. And so every time you get a switch, you probably want to be looking around for what that switch did, and that switch just turned on this platform here. So if we go up here, we can get on this platform. This platform will take us to a hidden ammo cache. Okay. Now I should probably go back and get health because I'm hurting. Oops. And there's like destructible scenery. Okay, so we're making progress. So here's the assault rifle. So this is like a straight upgrade over your pistol. You can shoot really fast with a lot of. You have a huge number. You have 52 bullets in the magazine, and you can shoot grenades, which deal splash damage. So it's this is going to be your workforce for a big part of the game. So this is where we have to insert the uplink chip, which we grabbed earlier. And so that's pretty cool how, like, the alarm goes off after you've infiltrated their computer system. Down here. Don't see anything. So that was a light switch, turned on the lights. Now this is back in an area where we were here earlier. And remember how I said, well, we need to find out how to get to that switch. Switch is over here. It's down below us. So we're going to try and get over there by jumping off this ledge. And we did it. Okay, so here's the switch. We get the switch. That. And there's actually multiple ways to get there. Like, so you could drop down from that ledge up there to get over here. Or, since now I've got the assault rifle, you can activate switches with grenades. So I could have just shot this with a grenade. But anyways, this switch opened up this area, which remember we wanted to get back over here. So this opens up this. I don't know why those guys ran away from me, but okay. Grab this ammo. Oh, shoot! They did it so they could come up behind me. Well, that was very clever. And so this takes us back to the, this is where we started at, start of the level. Okay. So what else we got going on here? We still got to go over here. seems to be just some water pools, but if we explore, so we can go through this waterfall. Oh, there's a dude down here. Oh, he's shooting at me. Wow. We're gonna have an underwater fight. Ouch, ouch. And that's it's unfortunately one of the few dudes which actually can fight underwater. So this is a secret area. Basically went underwater to find this. And so if we're going over here, we see, oh, it's a shotgun. So enemies can teleport in, that's what happened there. But anyways, now we got a shotgun. This can also open switches. And this is actually a mirroring a secret which existed in the original game, where if you searched around the first level, Waterloo Water Park, on the original game, you could find a shotgun. So that's a really nice homage to that secret. Okay, and I think that's everything. There's a couple areas which aren't explored, but they're not, you can't actually reach them. Like, they're just, you can look out a window and see, oh, there's some stuff which is there for aesthetic purposes, but you can't actually get to those areas. Okay, so going on to the next level. There's some more storyline. Alright, so now we're on to March of the Mudmen. So this is a remake of the original Bungie level, which was Slings and Arrows of Outrageous Fortune. So basically the mission here is that we have to find Durandal is searching the planet for clues as to how we can find some allies, some alien allies. And now, this is the local wildlife. These are the Flicta, and they're hostile to the bad guys and also to you. So there's a Flicta. He's shooting at me. Dead. I'm gonna save real quick. Okay. So we're going to be playing March of the Mudmen. And this is another level done by Ryoko TK. And basically, what he did, and I agree with this was the right thing to do, was when he first unveiled this project, he posted 3 levels. And it was the level we just played, this level, and then 1 more level. But they were all early levels, and basically it was a showcase stating that this is how he envisioned that the project would be. And so since he was already a respected map maker, and he obviously knew a lot about map making from his previous endeavors, this would basically show people what was expected in the project and also generate excitement for the project. So yep. Definitely, I think that was the right choice. And I should stop talking and start shooting. Terminal here. With health. So basically in this level there is a lot of fighting between the Flicta and the drones, and you can just stand by and watch them kill each other, or you can intervene. But this is basically showing you that there are alien factions at work here. Some of the aliens don't like other aliens, and wow, I am just sucking this up. Yeah. I should stop, stop getting distracted. Okay, so there's some dudes. Probably let them fight it out, but these afflicted dudes can throw mud at you. So, those ticks, those guys are affectionately known as Flappy Boys. They're mostly harmless. I mean, on the total carnage difficult. Oh, geez, there's so many. Everybody's trying to kill each other. I'm just. There we go. So, the Flappy Boys, they won't attack you. They will explode when they die. But it's kind of a good idea to kill them anyways, because if you notice on my motion spotter, which is down at the bottom there, the Flappy Boys show up as enemies. So, got a save terminal here. I don't want to flood this yet. This will flood the level. I'm going to hold off on that for right now. That's a secret. Get some ammo. There's all these little tiny dudes here fighting in this arena. And they'll just keep on teleporting in and fighting each other. And this is actually a, I can't actually intervene. But this is homage to the original Bungie level where this exact same little thing existed. Where these little tiny little guys would be fighting each other in this arena. I think it's pretty cool. Okay. And there's some health. I need to figure out how to get over there. Maybe if I take this door here. And go this way. Ho, ho, ho! Health. Yeah, so Marathon's kind of different from the other games of this era because there's no health packs. Instead, you have health rechargers, but it's all dependent on if you can find your way to them. Here's an oxygen recharger because if you're underwater, you're using up oxygen. That switch triggered that platform. If we run across, what will that do? It'll take us. Oh, it'll take us here. So this is where we were at the beginning of the level. We were up here. We were looking down at this fight. And the Flicta won. Definitely they won. Because there were no... the aliens are called the Four. All the Four in this room were dead. You can just leap across these ledges. I'm just going to let these guys fight it out. Big fight going on over there. You guys just keep killing each other. Who else is still alive? I think we got everybody. another health recharger, but I don't need it. What else we got going on? Okay. This is where we were earlier, where I said I'm not going to flood the level. Well, now I'm going to flood the level. And so basically we hit this switch, this goes up. Oh, there's some dudes up there. I'll fight. This is a pretty difficult to find secret, so you've actually got to flood the level to get up. But this takes you over here, and then you can jump across to get the fusion pistol, which is a pretty good, nice find early in the game. And this is also, once again, mimicking, you could actually find a fusion pistol in this level, in the original Bungie level. But it's difficult to find, so. And this area's flooded now. I don't even want to fight these guys, really. They don't... Okay, I'm not going to punch these guys underwater because it takes forever. What else we got? This is why I didn't want to flood the level. I just want to kill everybody I can kill. Nobody likes the Flappy Boys, apparently. That's hilarious. The Flappy Boy, when he died, he exploded and it killed this flicked underwater. So that was unexpected. Cool. So the nice thing about the fusion pistol is that it deals extra damage to mechanized enemies. So this is going to be the end of the level. Really only, it's kind of, an early level, so there's not really this whole big thing where it's difficult combat. Oh, I seem to be sucking into combat anyways. Got some ammo. One over here. Got more ammo. What else? Oh, was there something I missed over there? There was. Well, there's that. Yep, that's what I missed. What else? I think we pretty much cleared out this level. There's only one thing that I missed. Which is... Where does this river go? Doesn't seem to really go anywhere. Trying to be completionist about this. I want to say that this is some pretty cool architecture. You got the wind blowing through this area here, and you're exposed to this alien skyline. That's really cool. Bungie did some great artwork, and then the architecture that Ryoko did here looks nice ammo here. That's another. Whoa, whoa! These guys. I never killed them. Now I regret it. We need to get back to that staircase. So, we gotta go back to where these guys are. Do we? Maybe we don't. They're definitely having a fun time attacking. Okay, yeah, this is where we want to be. Run across. Back here. So next level, this is Sludge Lodge. Okay, so this is the third level. Sludge Lodge. Made by Hypersleep. And I think it's really cool how he's got this river going through the level. These shots are not. There we go. Okay. Lots of dudes. So yeah, basically gonna let these guys fight it out. Ooh. Oh, oh, look at that! Get these flappy boys. Yeah, not bad. Nice ambush going on here. You've got multiple guys shooting at you from multiple elevations. Okay. And this is mimicking something from the original game. You can smush these guys. That actually appeared in, something like that appeared in the original Bungie level. Here you got a report, basically a science report, saying that the 4 aliens are studying the local wildlife. And the 4 are the bad guys. Oh, whoa, there's a whole bunch of dudes out here. So there's a pistol. That is definitely something you want to get. You can dual wield pistols. Oh, whoa! Oh no! Oh, whoa! Oh! 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 They fell down. They teleported in from this hole in the ceiling. I didn't even realize they could go over there. And there's more dudes teleporting in. Okay. When your enemies are bunched up like this, it's a prime target for a grenade. I like this. Oh yeah. Where you a switch like that, you can see right away what it opens up. It might seem like a small thing, but it is actually. I'm going to try and get. Pistol. Okay, so here's the pistol, and there's like a place behind it. So I have to grenade. I cannot do a regular jump. I have to grenade jump, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. I got it. I think I got it. I got it. Yeah. Nice. And that is mimicking a secret, which is in the original Bungie level, where there was a secret pistol. So you can get dual pistols earlier than you otherwise would. You've got to damage yourself with grenade hopping, but it's, you know, I think it's a cool secret. It's worth it. So saving. So yeah, what I was saying, this switch, you can immediately see it opens this door here. I think that's, might seem like a small thing, but it's actually a good thing where you can see that immediately, because there's some maps where you hit a switch and then it opens something, but you don't know where it opens. It can be somewhere else on the other side of the level, and then you got to explore the entire rest of the level to figure out what opened up. Oh, something over here. So I really like that, where you can, oh, nice, where you can see right away what the switches trigger. Okay, so what's going on here is this is like the objective of the level is to they found this underground bunker and you need to get into this underground bunker. So this is going to teleport you to the underground bunker, which is slowly flooding. So you need to eliminate everybody as fast as you can because you don't want to still be there when this place is oh geez, oh geez. Wow, the Flappy Boy got me all right. Man, those things hit hard. You can die over there. You can escape. Whatever. Okay. Very good. Oh, there's more. So those guys are berserkers. If you damage them enough, they will target their own dudes. All right, so now it's flooding, and I actually think that this is the best way to do it. When the original Bungie level, this part kind of sucked. The underground bunker part kind of sucked because if the level flooded, if the area flooded before you killed everybody, you'd get stuck in a lot of underground combat, underwater combat, and that's no fun. Marathon does not handle underwater combat very good, and this I think is a pretty cool secret here, where you swim up, and then way up here is a health canister. Very cool. But yeah, I think this is the best. This is a much better way. A definite improvement over the original Bungie level, where you can get stuck in underwater combat, which is not good. And these guys are just asking for a grenade. They're all pumped up like that. Oh, oh, oh. Multi-kill. Monster kill. Okay. So now we can see that the rest of the level has flooded. They're good. So now we can get up on this ledge area, which we were not able to get up onto before. This takes us back to the start. I wonder, can we get... I wonder... I'm gonna try something. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we didn't even need to do grenade jumping. We could have just flooded the level and gotten here this way. That would have been a hell of a lot easier. Wow. Okay. Well, actually, I agree with that. I think that multiple ways to get a secret is a good thing. Grade jumping's kind of tough. So, and now we're moving on to the next chapter. And I think this is a cool chapter screen. That human's got a shock staff. Why can't I wield a shock staff? In some of the marathon scenarios, you can. Okay, so this is level 4, and it's What the Bob Doing? The original Bungie level is What About Bob? And this is the first lava level, as you can see. Oh no. The Bobs are not doing well. Oh, yep. Oh geez, I killed those Bobs. Sorry. Oh, we have some survivors. Hooray!
Perimeter secured. Get me out of here.
Your objective here is to go into a geothermal power plant and destroy it. And this is kind of an interesting level for a number of reasons. In the Bungie level and in this level, you basically are running away from a bunch of lava. So that's pretty, there's like a sequence where you have to run for your life, rising lava, once you sabotage the power station. But first you have to jump down into the power station. And I think this is a better way of doing it than how Bungie did. Oh. Yep, I am in lava. And now... Oh, wow. Nice thing about those guys, when they blow up, they have secondary explosions, so that can kill... When that cyborg blew up, it killed the fighter next to him. It switches, which that raised those stairways there. Came from the locked door. Okay, we're making progress. Here's it telling you have to sabotage the power plant. throw on. And here's the wires we need to hit, which will cause the lava here to rise and start the whole lava chase sequence. Head down quite yet because I want to use the. This is a very dangerous part. I want to save my game before this whole sequence starts because there's a good chance that I'll die. And I need to figure out where I'm going to. So we run up here. Terminal is warning you about this, so it's not like this is happening completely in a vacuum. Save is here, but we want to run over here to this locked door. We'll see how that works out. Okay. Ready, set, go. Here comes the lava. Run, cardio. That's not where we want to go. We want to go this way. Now the door's open. Oh, this guy's here. Oh, okay, and we just, I don't even know how that happened. Yeah, there was a secret there that I was trying to get because I've never gotten it before. At least, I think the correct way. And I don't know that we're going to be able to get that secret. And it's probably too hard to get. We'll just try it the old-fashioned way and try and stay alive rather than trying to hot dog it and get a secret. So what I was trying to get is there is a way to get up there. You can grenade jump up there too. There's a way to get up there through the lava and take you to that room where there's some ammo. But so I will try grenade jumping one time, but I ain't gonna try this forever because it's a very difficult grenade jump. And there's nothing up there except. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. No, no. Okay. You aren't missing anything. There's nothing up there except a little bit of ammo. Oh, the bobs. Some friendly fire going on there. But yeah, I do think that that sequence is a lot more hectic and cool in the remake. because in the bungee level, you kind of don't actually know that the lava's following you a lot of the time. And in the remake, you do know, because the lava's right there. You have a clear field of view to the lava. Everybody hates the lava. Just gonna burn off some of this worthless pistol ammo against these weak enemies. Some dudes teleported down there, but I'm not gonna go after them. Bombs died immediately. It's pretty much par for the course on Total Crunch. They're actually very dangerous on the lower difficulty levels. They frequently win on the lower difficulty levels. So that switch moves this platform up. Basically, we're just opening up the level here as we clear out the remaining defenders. Monster closet. And this is a pretty, I like this. This is a power-up you can get, and it's kind of, you know, looking at this, you could say, oh, I could think that there's a power-up there. So I like that. Now we're back where we started. This place is now open. Let's see what we got here. Save. Bombs are still alive. But yeah, I love these sequences where you've got allies and you're fighting a big enemy force. You just go in there and you start taking dudes down and you feel like you're making a difference. Like keeping some of your allies alive. Look at that. Some of them did make it out. These are my favorite kind of fights. Okay, progress. Oh, two dudes over there. take them. Oh, yeah. So what's over here? We just came from here. Okay. And that door opened up what? Save area. Not much else. So anything else that we missed? Looks like we got everything. Oh, you can even see the area where I was trying to get into. All the way on the east side of the map. Far east side of the map. That was that little tiny area which I just couldn't figure out how. I still don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll get in there. But it leads to a small ammo one. I'm just going up here for health. Can I get out through this terminal? I can't. Okay, and now we're on to Burn Before Reading. So that is a remake of Come and Take Your Medicine, Bungie level. And this is also by Ryoko TK. And don't worry, he hasn't made all the levels in this campaign, he just made about half of them. And this one has a particularly cool twist to it, which is in the original Bungie level, you basically only had to do about 10% of the level. And then the rest of the level, there was really no point in even going to explore it. And it was kind of disappointing because it was a cool level to explore. It was actually pretty well designed. But people complained, oh, there's just no point in exploring because you're just wasting ammo and there's nothing for you to find. And they're kind of right. So now Ryoko took this concept of you have to go in this base and smash these wires. That was the whole concept of the level. But in the Bungie level, you only had to do 10% of the level, and you could just ignore the rest. Well, he takes it in a whole other direction, while still keeping the original objective. And I think the way he takes it is pretty cool. And we'll see how he does it in just a second. Okay. Anybody else? Got lots of ammo. Here's the thing we need to destroy. And that right there would have been the end of the level, if you were playing the Bungie level. Here, now a whole bunch of dudes have spawned, trying to kill me. And the way back is locked, so I can't even get back. So now I gotta find. Now I'm forced to go out into the remaining 90% of the level and figure out how do I get back to where I started. Getting some ammo, getting a save. Dudes up here, I asked to get them removed because they're too far away to aggro, but they're still there, so I'll just shoot them with impunity. There's a dude up here in this tower, and we want to get up here. This is like the most important area to get to. health. We don't really need it. We got company. Ow, ow, ow. Oh no. I got knocked in the water. Not kind of where I want to be. But there's probably a way I can get out. This looks promising. Save. See, getting knocked in the water wasn't even that bad. Oh, these guys were in the dark. I didn't see them. Ouch. Ouch. Now I want to find a way to get up there. Get that health. Okay, that's promising. Just leap on over. Oh, look at that. Dudes over here. Marathon, for some reason, pistols are the long-range sniper rifle that could keep. This guy's gone berserk, that's why he's shooting his friend. When enemies are about to die in their own crowd, when they're a berserker, they'll attack everybody, including allies. So here's a window, and we basically want to get. We're going to see if we can get into this window. Can save area. Okay, so that raises one of the bridges to that central tower area that we want to get into. Takes care of them. Running low on oxygen. Okay, good. Now, can I get back to where I was? I think so. Or did I even want to do that? Yeah, this is a secret, I think. Need to be very careful because I have no health. Looking for health. Probably guards in this guard room. Or not. Yeah. They're next to the guard. I'm just spraying grenades everywhere. Because I'm so low on health. Oh, I think this is health. Yay! Okay. Okay. We're making progress. We're still alive. Oh, well, that's health too. Whoa, whoa. Leads down there. Get this guy. Okay, lots of dudes over here and fighting each other. Good. Keep fighting each other. Oh, more dudes. And I like these wide open spaces. It makes it feel like this big sprawling facility. My aim is terrible. Even though the crosshairs is terrible. We went up there. We go in here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Does this lead somewhere? Okay. Go this way. There's something over here. That's gonna be tough. Dealing with that dude. Yeah, he's in a really neat location there. Yeah, hats off to Ryoko for, oh geez, wow. This one dude is holding me up. Think I got him? Very, very nice. Push. I got him. Over here, no, you're not. Oh, what? Oh no! Oh, and I just blew myself up. Wow. Wow, that went horribly. Wasn't there a health thing? Yes, there was. Thank goodness for that. Wow. Okay. Over here, no. There's drones. Where'd they go? Come back. I ain't gonna worry about it. So if I go this way, yeah, there's dudes coming to attack. Oh, and other dudes across the way. Figure this out. His shots are homing, so he's kind of dangerous. I like these long-range firefights. Very nice. So, I thought I had not been here. Maybe I have. This is the first. I needed to get the second part of this drawbridge. I've only got the first part. So this part, I need to get that. And let's see, where did I miss? Which would take me. There's a door, okay. This way. Yes, it goes nowhere. Oh dear. I'm actually stuck in this little part of the map. I'm gonna have to tell Ryoko about this. I'm stuck. Oh dear. Ah. Maybe I can get out. Okay. Wow. two of them, I know. He's gone. Okay, so that was the second drawbridge right there. So that's exactly what we needed to find. We did find it. Now we need to get to the east part of the map. Just keep going this way. Basically making a big circle around the outskirts. And now, oh, no, don't want to fall off. So there is the two drawbridges that we need to have lowered. They're both lowered now. Get 2 times 2 health, but is there a save? I think it's up here. Yes, it is. And there, oh, there's a whole bunch of dudes still around. Survivors. I know that could leave the map. So this area over here I'm looking at seems like it's unexplored and there's something over there, but there is not. There is nothing over there. No ammo, no secret. It's nothing. It's just a ledge for bad guys to shoot at you. So now we fought our way back to the start of the level. And here, there's a massive ambush in progress. Oh, okay, and that happened. I'm just going to run from that. So anyways, this is when the bob breaks. And here's the fusion pistol. This is the first time you get it legitimately, and this was actually a big problem in the original Bungie level because it was underwater like that, but it was in some out-of-the-way place, and people, myself included, just went right past it, not even realizing that this fusion pistol was there. So they missed the fusion pistol in the Bungie map. And I think Windbreaker made this level, and I think he did a good job of highlighting. I mean, it was underwater like the original, but it was very clearly highlighted. It was in a well-lit. these dudes from the start are coming. They found me and they're coming to get me. Okay, I think I cleaned out everybody. Somewhere over here is health. So here, as you can see, this is very, very obvious. Well lit. So I like that. I like the staircase. So the objective for this level is we have to help the Bobs capture a base, basically by opening some doors. Pretty simple objective, but there's a lot of dudes, including these new hunter dudes, these guys. I have a lot of health, and I'm shooting them with the thing that they're weak against. Yeah, they're weak against fusion. And even with that, they're still taking a ton of damage. Oh no, the Bobs. Short of healthy. Dudes up there. I might have. Yeah, I better go back because I haven't saved in a minute. Total carnage, you cannot take any chances. I'm trying to keep the number of reloads to a minimum, because to keep this interesting. There's nothing over here. Go over here. It's just like completely out of fusion ammo. There's a save. You would take that save. Okay. So there's dudes out here, and the thing about hunters is they're kind of a long-range combatant. So they fight best at a distance. So the fact that we're fighting all these guys at range is, I think it's really well done. How it's basically, this whole level is playing to the strengths of the hunters. faster. Now I have a little bit more fusion ammo. I think there's something up there? Maybe? No. No, there is not anything up there. Okay, I just wasted some ammo. Okay, so here's a switch. It's very difficult to hit this switch unless you're using a shotgun, because... Okay. And on the other side, there's another kind of hidden switch. Shoot that. So what those switches are doing is they're opening up a secret. And we'll get to that secret later, and that's actually an homage to a secret which was in the original Marathon Bungie level. So we'll see that in a moment. Got lots of ammo now. These poor bobs. To play sloppy here because I know that those charges are high, so not too concerned about taking damage. Terminal telling us where to go. Missed everything. Get him with a grenade. Oh, okay, that's good. Okay. About to run out of fusion ammo again. Again, these long-range fire, well, by Marathon standards, this is a long-range fire mode. Okay, wow, I might actually... Coming for you, ×2, Charger. Oh, almost fell off the ledge there. And that should complete the level. Fusion just hard kills those guys, then they blow up and it causes a chain reaction, killing more guys. Okay, so this, if you look at your map, it goes down. The mini-map is your clue. And you can go, there's an elevator that we activated earlier. You can go up here, swim up. Now we're on the elevator. Those are the switches we hit earlier. It takes us here. Bunch of ammo. Second shotgun. And this is homage to the original Bungie level where you could get another shotgun. Some more ammo. And this just takes us to this small area here. I think I fully explored this area. Get up here. Yeah, I did not. Okay, now I got that ammo. What else? Okay, we have not explored the right part of the map. We could teleport out now if we wanted, but we're going to make sure we get a full clear. Say there's a secret here. And it involves jumping off this cliff. I think there's like a waterfall. No? I guess not. Oh, there was. Was there? There freaking was, and I missed it. Wow, that sucks. Well, I can go back. Nice thing about this secret is there's an elevator right here. So that I approve of. Basically, you just throw yourself off this cliff. And there's... Here. Yeah. Alright. Another shotgun. Some ammo. That's so cool. And there's one other... area you could get over. Go this way. Down here. Some ammo. Some more ammo. Big fight. Another guy? Yeah. Oh, he must have teleported in. And I think I got it. I didn't see it, but I'm pretty sure he's dead. And there's some stuff over there. How do I get over there? Oh, we can drop down. What's over here? Just a freighter terminal. I can get over there. Oh, I just missed it. That's... some more ammo. I just can't. I probably could grenade jump over there, but I mean, it's just a little bit of pistol ammo, so it's not even worth it. Alright, now we can go to the next level. What? Seriously? No. I did open the doors. Well, okay. I think I know what I need to do. Maybe one last part of this level, which not quite done yet. So this switch hit. Yeah, that's what we needed to hit. Okay, that was the last door. Now, there we go. This is Mechleth's Plowshares. Now, the original was Ex Cathedra, and the original Bungie level was kind of interesting because it was based on a real archaeological, or a real structure, a real cathedral, I believe. So there was a lot of emphasis on having cool-looking architecture. And when Ryoko TK made this level, I think he did a good job. We're going to see it in just a second here of creating a really cool cathedral. Lots of aesthetic coolness here. Oh no. Okay. These guys need to die immediately, so we're bringing on shotguns. The rest of those guys, they can just stay up there. Locked door. Locked door. So your objective here is you have to acquire and insert a computer virus into the enemy computer. system, so you can subvert the enemy drones. And that is that ammo there is basically a trap. Oh no! Wow, this is going badly. So yeah, some really cool architecture here, looking at this very interesting cathedral. We're being attacked from all sides. Oh. Okay, that was not meant for him, but you can, sure, whatever. That'll work. Troopers are really freaking dangerous up close. And then the further away you get from them, the less dangerous they are. So there's a health charger up there, but I don't have a clear. This is not functioning. You got to find a way to get up. A secret area there. And get our alien weapon and a health charger. That opens the door. And that takes us back here. So now we're at ×3 health. And we still need to get to that charger. And we're fighting Flicta, so it's 4 versus Flicta. I'm just going to let him fight it out. Maybe I'll give the Flicta a little help. Yeah. The Flicta never really had a chance. Health charger here is only ×1 though. Ammo. This is this is opening the locked door at the beginning of the level. This is taking us back to the start of the level. So back at the start. Where have we not gone? Okay, there's a path this way. Which leads nowhere. We want to get this charger. Back underwater. I'm not going to fight anybody underwater if I can help it. It just takes forever. Fury ammo. Okay, so we finally found our way over to the ×2 charger. Box me in here? Okay. Get punched to play. Okay, so this is where we need to deposit the chip to insert the computer virus. I need to find that computer virus, which I think it's this one. Basically, the whole idea is you have to go to this underwater, this watery grotto, and that's where the chip is. Moving up the high ground. no longer have the high ground. Oh no, oh no. It's getting knocked in the water. So that's the door at the start. Shit! Oh no, that sounds bad. Just keep on opening up the level. Okay, so now we've inserted the computer virus. We're back here because there's one area which we did not explore, which was over this way. Ammo. Wow, okay. So what the computer virus did is it opened up this area. So yeah, in the original Bungie level, there was at the end of the level there was this massive trooper ambush, and we were in close quarters, and it was just really, really cool. And a lot of people complained about it. It was probably one of the most difficult parts in the entire game, that ambush. So when Ryoko did his version, he made it, I think, a lot more fair. I didn't feel like I was being just trapped in a room with a ton of dudes and no way to deal with it. So I like that that final part. Just topping off my health before we head on to the next area. So this is Tar and Feather, and this map was made by Kovacs. Oh no, oh no. I almost fell in the lava there. And basically, because of the computer virus we just inserted, some of the drones are now on our side. And some of them are still enemy drones. They're color-coded, so you can